Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name's Michaela and I make diamond painting videos here on this channel, and today I have a really fun and exciting post-review video. This is The Ghost of Eras Past by the Witchy Stitcher and Jaded Gem Shop. You guys, oh, look at the ghosties. Look at the Taylor Swift Eras Tour inspired ghosties. They're so stinking cute. I had a ton of fun on this canvas, and this was my first ever Jaded Gem Shop canvas in general. And also obviously my first pixel charted by her. But I just had the best time, and I truly have nothing but positives to say about this canvas. But today I'll be going through and just chatting through my experience and just talking about this canvas with you guys. And yeah, I will have this canvas linked down below. As of the time of this filming, which is the night before this video goes live, it said low stock on Jade's site, so I don't really know how many that means maybe left on the website. So if they're still in stock and this is something that you're thinking about grabbing, I would recommend grabbing it while you can. Otherwise, I imagine this will restock. I'm not certain on that, but I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's get right on into it. Alrighty, so obviously we can see the entire thing in frame. This is such a cute canvas. I started this canvas end of September. I'll pull up the actual stats here in a minute, but originally the intention with working on this canvas was to work on it alongside Taylor Swift's new album release, The Life of a Showgirl, and your girl got impatient and I kitted it up that Sunday before it was going to release, the album was going to release, because I kitted it up in a whip and chat, and I started it that night, I believe, and just kind of finished it before the actual album release. Like, I finished this canvas on October 2nd, like half an hour before the album released. I misunderstood the assignment and did the entire canvas before the album came out. But that's okay. You know what? It was around the time, and that's fine. So if you guys do not know the whole like Taylor Swift lore with the Eras Tour, it was a really big tour that Taylor Swift did over the last couple of years, and it ended almost a year ago, which is crazy. But I actually was lucky enough to go to the Eras Tour. I went back November 1st, 2024. Oh my goodness, I'm mixing up the years. Almost a year ago. I went to Indianapolis night one, and when I tell you, like, that was the best concert I've ever been to, just the best experience I've ever had. The Eras Tour in general was just a really important time in my life particularly, and I won't get deep into that necessarily, but everything about this canvas just was absolutely my style and my taste, and I just cannot thank Jade enough for doing a canvas like this. I just think it's so fun. And of course the Witchy Stitcher for making artwork like this to begin with, but I just had the best time with it. But now let's actually get into the canvas, because that's why we're here. This canvas, let's see, the size on this, I believe, is a 22.75 by 31 centimeters, so it's really small. But that just meant that it worked up really quickly. I have to giggle a little bit because I sectioned off this canvas into 6 sections, okay? But not in the way you might think. I took one of these release papers, because this is what I do. I take these 10 by 10 centimeter release papers, I will put it on the canvas, and this is like my measuring tape, okay? So I did basically 2 sections, 6, 2 sections in each row for 3 rows, whatever, 6 sections. And I sent a couple pictures in the Crafters Den Discord, which I'll have linked down below if you're interested in joining. But now I get made fun of because my sectioning was supposedly unhinged, because I would do like part of like, so I would do like this entire, I don't know, bottom row, but then like I'd have like part of this reputation ghost and part of this lover ghost, and like obviously, listen, this canvas has some very good pre-sections that you could have used, and I went ahead and did something unhinged, but for whatever reason that worked in my brain. But they lovingly make fun of me now, which, listen, I love them all, so it's fine. But yeah, I did this in 6 sections, and I thought that worked out really nicely. And this canvas, in terms of like color blocking and confetti, color blocking is where you have more of the same color in a small area, can typically multi-place, etc., etc. And confetti, which is the opposite, where you have more color changes in a small area, a lot of single placing, switching out the color in your tray more often. I think this canvas overall, like it's really, really small, so like it's kind of hard to give like a really hard one way or the other. I think this is a good mix of both, genuinely. You had some color blocking going on in like some of these backgrounds of the ghosts, or like the eras, I guess, and like the pink in the background was a pretty good color blocking, you know, experience. The eras too are even not really confetti heavy, but then, you know, all the little details in each ghosty little era had some confetti, so this was a good mix of both for me, and it was just a ton of fun. As for the actual drills from Jaded Gem Shop, well, actually, before I get into that, the amount of colors this kit had is 31 colors, so pretty low color count. It had, let's see, 6 glimmers and 1 luminescent. The glimmers included, and we'll look at them in a minute, it included a pink, I think it was gray. Was it gray? Yes, a gray, a purple, red, blue, and a white, and then the pink luminescent drill, which I'm understanding is almost like a glow in the dark? I might be wrong about that. It gives a very crystally effect. It's this pink color back here, but as for the actual drills on this canvas, I really enjoyed working with these drills. Let me actually pop open my storage system that I used, because I kept a little bit of the trash, or the trash I did find and wanted to keep for this video, in this baggie here. And honestly, like, I mean, listen, this kit's small, but on the other hand, I'm not expecting any kit to have no trash whatsoever, and I had more than enough to complete this diamond painting. I don't think these drills are gappy at all. These are really nice drills to work with. I will say that the luminescent color was a little bit hard to work with. I'm not sure if it's because maybe they're the slightest bit bigger than the other drills, or if it's just the nature of the luminescent drill, but that was a little bit more challenging to place, but nothing crazy. It's not like ABs where, like, if you try placing ABs with wax or putty, it can sometimes take off the coating and be very fussy. I didn't have that experience at all. I was able to use my multi-placer still. It was a little bit more fussy than the other drill colors, but like overall, I think the effect is really, really cool, so I didn't mind at all. And yeah, honestly, there's like no gapping in this painting. Again, I've never worked on a Jaded Gem Shop canvas before, so I am really glad that this was my first one. And I'm really glad I enjoyed it, because I definitely have a bunch of Jaded Gem Shop canvases, and now I feel really confident going into more of her canvases. So anyways, yeah, this is so cute. Oh my goodness. Let's quickly take a look at the special drills we had, and kind of just a very brief overview of where they went on the canvas. So like I said, we had 6 glimmers and 1 luminescent. So the first glimmer we had is G152, so kind of like this really pretty light pink glimmer drill, which I will be keeping all of these specials afterwards, because again, I think Jade's drills are really, really nice. This pink glimmer we found honestly quite a bit in the Lover era ghosty, in the background here. Pretty good amount of it there. Some of the cheeks actually of the ghosties had that pink glimmer as well, quite a few of the ghosties, as well as the flowers, like the pink and the flowers of the Midnight Ghosty, we had some of that pink glimmer. The next glimmer we had was G415, which is like this gray glimmer, which I don't think I've actually worked with like a gray glimmer like this before. That might not be true actually, but it was really pretty to work with. This was in Reputation a little bit here, kind of outlining the grave right here, the grave's headstone or whatever, not the grave, but the headstone. A little bit in the eyes as well of the Reputation. Eyes of this one and this one, just the slightest bit. This one as well. Speak Now. And a little bit in Tortured Poets. It's like the little head crown thing of the Tortured Poets department ghosty, and the little like bottom part of the table here. I don't know. But we have the gray glimmer. And then we have this purple glimmer. This is G554. So pretty. This one mostly was the background of the Speak Now. I am so glad about how I like worked on this canvas, because I started down here and ended over here with Speak Now, which is my second favorite album. Honestly, okay, so like forever I've said Fearless is my favorite album. I feel like I just can't admit to myself that it might actually be Speak Now, because honestly my favorite track of all time by Taylor Swift, Long Live, is from Speak Now, and I just am afraid to admit it, but like, listen, these two are definitely my top 2 albums. Folklore is my number 3. I don't quite yet know where Life of a Showgirl falls into place, if you were wondering, but anyways, I got to end off with this really pretty purple glimmer drill, and that was just really beautiful, so we have that. And then we have G7x, which I kindly refer to as the quintessential Christmas red glimmer drill. But obviously this is not Christmassy, but the heart here of the Lover ghostie has some of that glimmer around the ghostie in general of Lover. Red obviously had quite a bit of the red glimmer as well, especially in the sunglasses. That's so cute. And like a little bit sprinkled in here or there throughout the rest, but that's the red glimmer. And then we had G7x, which at first I was a little bit wondering if this would end up being a little bit more on the green side, because it's like a light blue, but almost picked up green from what I could tell. But it's the background of the 1989 Ghostie, which is the light blue, like Taylor Swift album. I think it worked perfect. I don't think it really pulls a lot of green. I guess I just wasn't sure based off of like the drill to the naked eye, but like around all of the other colors, I think it pulled blue, and I think it looks really, really good. So that was that one. And then we have our last glimmer, which is G3865, which is just your white glimmer drill. And this was all of the ghosties. So all of the ghosties were decked out in the glimmer drill, and like, you would find it a little bit in some of the backgrounds, like the red has some of that sprinkled in. Was it in? A little bit in 1989. Oh, the like little Champagne Problems flute thing had a little bit of the white glimmer. So you found this kind of a little bit everywhere. And then we have the pink luminescent drill, which was so pretty. Look at this. That's beautiful. The shiny part, like the metallic, whatever part goes at the bottom, obviously, and then the pink's at the top, and it reflects the light or whatever, but this is L3607. That's the pink you see on this canvas going around the border, which just gives such a fun effect. But those are the special drills in the canvas, and overall, here is a look at the color spread, kind of. You can't really see it, but this really was a fun canvas to work on. And let me just tell you, I super enjoyed having like just different Easter eggs thrown out throughout every single one of the ghosties. Like the debut, okay, I guess they're not all Easter eggs, but like I just thought it was really fun, and like it really encapsulated, that's the word, yeah, encapsulated, what, the world? Whatever, who cares? It really embodied each era. Let's go with embodied. You have the guitar and the cowboy hat for debut. This was really cool for Fearless. Number 1, you have the number 13 here, and then you also have Jewel spelled out here, which is really fun, like Junior Jules from the You Belong With Me music video. Really fun, not something I picked up on originally. This ghostie, I'm convinced, is at the Eras tour with her guitar singing Long Live. That's my story behind it. I'm sticking to it, but we have the castle, maybe like Castle's Crumbling from Speak Now. I don't know, but we have this, we have Red. I mean, he's just cool with his sunglasses. Red's a super fun album. 1989 with the lips, just a fun time there too. I'm trying to figure out if that's supposed to be like a computer screen. I don't know, I don't get that Easter egg. Someone want to help me? I don't know. And then we have obviously Reputation, the lips, and the headstone, and the snake, of course. Cannot forget the snake. Lover, the hearts everywhere. EXO, super cute. Folklore, honestly, I'm not sure. Oh, there's a cat. What the? Not me not noticing that this was a cat. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Evermore, of course, we have the orb from, what's that song, Willow, and the champagne flute for Champagne Problems, and then we have Midnight's girly pops all covered in flowers, so cute, and then of course the Tortured Poets Department 1 with the typewriter. So tons of fun Easter eggs and just like really fun nods to each album, which I absolutely love to see as a diehard Swiftie. One thing quickly, I know I'm going in very odd order of all of this, but one thing I will say about the actual like canvas itself, the glue was amazing on this canvas. I had no issues with the glue. What I should have done, and I don't normally do this because on other canvases I don't really have this as a problem, This glue on the outside part of the edging was like really, really sticky. So when I was done working on this bottom part here, I would put the canvas a little bit closer to me, work on these next parts, and my shirt actually grabbed onto this glue quite a bit. And so like the glue around this got a little bit like dirty and like full of like, you know, dust or whatever was on my like shirt. But then if you look like on the side here, it's more pristine because it's still actually really sticky. So what I really should have done was I probably should have washi taped the border. So just an FYI, in case you ever work on a jade canvas, you might want to washi tape the border. I know a lot of people do it anyways. I just have never done it, to be honest, but I should have. So wanted to point that out, but I think that's it for that part of the video. Really quickly, what I want to do is just open up my logbook and just have a little bit of a show and tell of my logbook spread, show you guys how I set this page up. So I have the original artwork, I guess, sticker here, Jaded Gem Shop sticker here, which is huge, by the way, but I don't even care. It worked. But I started this canvas on September 28th, 2025, of course, and finished it on October 2nd. So I think I basically worked on this back to front, but I did like a day or two of a different canvas in between, but mostly back to front. Of course, I purchased this from Jaded Gem Shop. This was a square drill canvas. This had 31 colors, including 6 glimmer and 1 luminescent. I don't actually know the total number of diamonds, but based on a website I used, I don't know how accurate the math that happened was. It probably is accurate. I don't know, to be honest. Supposedly has around 11,284 drills. I'm hoping. The size on this, I don't know if I wrote this down correctly. Because I think, is it a 25 by 30 centimeter or 22.75 by 31 centimeter? I don't know. It's fine. It's all good. I put it in my gems flow, I think, as a 25 by 30, but the more I'm thinking about it, I think the 22.75 by 31 makes more sense. Whatever, doesn't matter. And this was my 30th canvas completion of all time and my 12th of 2025. I also worked on this canvas for Drills and Chills, which, if you do not know what Drills and Chills is, it's a community diamond painting event that's co-hosted by my friends Katie over at Diamonds and Washi and Lindsay over at Emeralds and Fairy Lights, and it centers around all things fall and Halloween diamond painting, and I did this canvas for that event. So anyways, you guys, let me get you zoomed back out, and let me know in the comments if this is a canvas that's in your stash, or if maybe you'll pick it up now or add it to your wish list. And yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was a ton of fun to chat with you guys about and just express my excitement over you know, Taylor Swift and diamond painting and just all things fun. So anyways, if you made it all the way to the end, leave me an emoji that indicates your favorite Taylor Swift era. If you don't have one, that's okay. Not everybody's a Swiftie. Then leave me your favorite color emoji. Sure, we'll go with that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys!